Cane Tejada. Now this is one of the favorite new characters that I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm going to break down his character from what we know so far and what to expect from him, potential plot lines, and why he's going to be so similar to Kanan from the original Power series. Welcome to MovieBot and let's talk Cane Tejada. This is Power Book 2 Ghost premiere week. We're only a few days away from the premiere on the 6th of September, so I'm going to be breaking down characters, talking plot lines and stories in the lead up to the premiere. So if you're new to the channel, welcome to MovieBot, and if you haven't done so already, make sure you smash the subscribe button. I'm going to be the go-to channel for anything Power Universe related. I'm going to be bringing you episode reviews and breakdowns weekly as well. But Cane Tejada, now this is one character that I'm looking forward to seeing. We're going to have a lot of new cast members and a few returning ones as well. But out of the new cast members that are going to be in this first season, it's a tough choice between Monet and Cane for who I'm looking forward to most seeing. And I really want to say Cane, and I know they're just going to make his character super strong. He's going to be literally no nonsense and fearless. Well, that's what they've showed us from the trailers and the teasers that we've been getting so far over the last couple of weeks. And he reminds me a lot of Kanan. But I'm going to touch on those similarities in just a minute with Kanan. But which character am I most looking forward to seeing? I'm genuinely torn between Monet and Cane, but I just know they're going to make Cane a character which you hate. But he's still going to be so good in this show, and a show like this needs a type of character like Cane, and I think he's going to deliver. Monet I think will be a villain that you kind of love to hate. Kind of like how some of you feel about Cooper Saxe, because I've noticed how some of you are saying that you actually don't even mind Saxe and he deserves some sort of justice. But in regards to which character that I'm probably looking forward to seeing, I'm still going to say Monet being my favourite new character that I'm looking forward to seeing, followed by Cane, only because I think she's going to have so much more interesting storylines behind her, because I definitely think she has some links to Ghost or Tasha, or even Breeze if Power are feeling ambitious about creating a good storyline. But anyway, I don't want to talk about Monet too much in this video. It's all about Cane. And Cane, Kanan, don't you think the names just sound so similar? And I don't know if they've done it on purpose or it's just coincidental. I don't think it is. I think there's a meaning behind it and why the names are so similar. And it's because the characters are going to be so similar to one another. Kanan showed how ruthless he was when he killed his own son Sean, and I can't remember who he had the conversation with exactly. I'm sure one of you guys can tell me in the comment section down below. But he did mention in the series that he wasn't even sure if Sean was his own son. But you get the gist. He was ruthless, he was cold, and he was a bit of a snake as well. Cane compared to Kanan is going to show the same ruthless characteristics that Kanan showed. He's going to be cold as hell. He could even be the son of Kanan and Monet, who knows? We know that Kanan loves sleeping around, and as I said earlier, Kanan didn't even know if Sean was his own son. So could Cane actually be his son? Just something for you to think about. But Cane, I expect him to be loyal as anything. I've already touched on it in my previous video, which was the St. Patrick's versus the Tejadas, that the Tejadas are going to be very loyal. And I think that's going to be Cane. Cane is going to be very loyal, and he's going to be very loyal to Monet and his family. And I think we're going to see Cane step up and be a real man, and he's going to do what it takes to protect his family, his mother and Diana as well. But in the trailer, I don't know if many of you picked up on it, but it's the scene where he pulls out this gun. He actually pulls the trigger, and he might even be the one who kills Grandma Estelle on orders from Monet, because I think he's going to be teaching Tariq a few lessons in this first season of book 2. I think we're going to see Cane and Tariq go head to head at some point as well during this season, and it's going to be such an interesting battle because we've got one side Tariq, who was taught by Kanan about the streets, and then we've got Cane, who's going to be a similar character to Kanan, both similar to Kanan, both going head to head. And at first I think Cane is going to strike some fear into our boy Tariq, because we saw this in the sneak peek that we saw on GMA. The way Cane deals with this other guy, you can actually see how shook Tariq looks. I think they'll set it up for later on in the series where we'll see Tariq versus Cane. Could they set it up by Tariq breaking Diana's heart or Cane killing Grandma Estelle? Either way, I think they'll set it up and it's only going to end with one winner, and that's Tariq. I think Tariq will end him eventually, after being taught a few tough lessons at first though. And I think Tariq is going to end Cane because I think Tariq's going to be safe till the very end of the show, which only then I think he may be killed off. So it just makes sense for Tariq to come out on top in this battle if it does take place. But regardless of how tough and cold Cane's character is going to be, this scene that we saw in the trailer still shows that he's going to have a tough time as well. He's going to be on the other side of some beatings, and I think he's going to make it out of this first season alive. As I said before, I think Tariq will end him. I think it will end him at some point. I don't think all of the Tejadas would make it out alive of this first season of book 2. So I think he's probably one I would say won't make it out alive, and it's just my opinion. I can't even find any information about how many episodes he's going to be in, because that would generally give us a good indication of how often we're going to be seeing this character. But regardless of this, we know he's going to be a major player in this first season of book 2. But I think one of the main things from Cane's character is, I'm pretty sure he grew up on the streets, because he can't be the way he is if he didn't grow up on the streets. And I think that's what might separate him between Tariq at the beginning of the series, because sure, even if Kanan did teach Tariq the way of the streets, I mean, how much did he really teach him? And having someone teach you the way of the streets and growing up in the streets is two complete different things. And let me know what you guys think of Cane Tejada's character down below, and who's going to be your new favorite character coming to the first season of book 2. If you haven't done so already, make sure you smash the subscribe button as well as giving this video a thumbs up and a like. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.